Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness, you guys were waiting and ready and here, and look at you guys. Did you like the little jazzy tune I had in the beginning there? Because I hope you saw the announcement, but we just got all the great new Christmas products announced today. I'm going to show them to you. So stay tuned for that. And boy, I am so glad. Thank you guys for saying hello. Oh no, Jane, you're in the hospital room. Okay, we're going to cheer you up. We're going to cheer you up because everybody's saying you can do it. You can get back to your scrap table, right? And Sue is here, Rebecca's here, and Terry's here from Georgia, Lynette, Julie, my Aussie buddy, and Carrie's here. Carrie's here. Gwen is here. All right, Christine, Jenny, and Karen, Catherine, Jean, and Jenny, and Joyce. Welcome, everyone. And if you are new here, welcome to Friday Night Scrapbooking. So my name's Lauren Hines, and we go live right here at Craft Some Joy every 2 weeks. But this is a double feature because we were on last Friday and again this Friday because I had to catch up. So next Friday is my Friday off, and then we'll be back again in 2 weeks with something else really fun. Maybe the Christmas stuff. We'll have to play with that. Did you guys see the tools? 3 new tools. 3 new tools. I'm so excited. You know, I love my tools. Okay, so what's today? We're going to do something totally different and fun. Guys, we're going to do a craft room tour. I don't know. I thought I kind of wanted to mix things up a little bit. And I thought, well, what can I do that's different and fun? And I've been wanting to do a craft room tour for so long, like another one, like a what's new in 2021. And I just haven't gotten around to it. So I thought, I'm just going to put it out there. We're going to just kind of hang out. I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask questions because I know on my last time when I did my craft room tour, I got a lot of questions afterwards. Okay. So I've had to change things up a bit here in my room. And I've got a few things I thought might be kind of fun to share with you and kind of let you know what's going on. But before we do that, I want to share what's new, what's brand new from Creative Memories. So, hi everybody. Angela's here. Oh, Sharia's here. Margarita's here. Woohoo, Mary's here. Okay, Deb's here. Ah, right. Margarita. Okay, Janice. Hi, you guys. All right. So, I'm going to play my jazzy little tune again. Okay, here we go. And this is Preview Friday. And I'm hoping that if you have gone over to my Facebook page, you saw this. Because there's a huge bundle. Right? And here's the thing. I'm going to pause it just a second. Oh, I have to bring that down. Oh, hold on. My pause is like, I can't reach it. Okay, there we go. 1 second. Pause. So, guys, I don't know if, I know that the slides go really fast, but here's what I want you to know. Here's the bundle. Okay, so there it is, right there. Right there. Right there. Okay, so the bundle is going to be available like for one-stop shopping if you want everything. But here's the thing about the bundle. You get the free bonus countdown calendar, and every day is a little pocket of 2 embellishments. So did you guys figure that out? Like, did you get that? So when I play it, when you see this next slide, so here's the calendar. There's little embellishments. So they're kind of giving you a sneak peek. Carrie, you like the... I know. The holly punch will be yours, right? So I have to say, pause again. I love the buffalo check. the black and white buffalo check. I'm such a buffalo check girl. I love it. So I think it's going to be really fun to play with that along with the patterns. And yeah, I know. Sometimes if I'm playing the music, you can't hear me, right? Yeah. I noticed that last time. So that's why I'm pausing it. Anyhow, I thought we could just pause for a little bit. It's self-explanatory, but you can kind of go and check it out up close on Facebook if you want to kind of play and pause and stop and all that. And Nicole is here, and Rosalind, more Aussie friends. Thank you for joining me. Yay, yay, yay. Gingham forever. I know, right? Yeah, it's that. I just love it, love it, love it. And the stripes and the patterns and the florals. And then we've also got tone on tone. So I won't talk, I'll play. But okay, I have to pause again. I know they do know how to get us, Chris, right? I have to pause again. Did you guys see that? That foil. Foil embellishments, kind of like Winter Woods. Remember, Winter Woods has the beautiful gold foiling on it. I think this is so pretty with the foil on there. So anyhow, you know, and hello, everybody. Everybody coming on. Okay, here we go. We're almost done. Yeah, I have to pause it there. You guys, candy cane, border maker cartridge. That's all I have to say. Here we go. Okay, how about the Nativity border punch? Throw up some hearts and thumbs up if you guys like it. Tell me, do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? I can't imagine all the cool, beautiful designs that are going to happen with this punch. So we've got 3 tools: candy canes, holly, Carrie's favorite, gotta have the holly, and the Nativity border punch. So let me know if you love it. Throw up some hearts. All right. So who is ready? Who is ready? Okay, we're back because we're getting ready to do, I'm still not ready to do the right pointing. There we go. It's over my right shoulder, over my right shoulder. So I see some hearts, see some loves. You guys like that? All right. I do too. I haven't had a chance to get it in my hands yet, but Monday or Tuesday, I think, for my Aussie buddies, is ordering day, right? So we get a order as soon as we can, get that. I can't wait. I'm going to have to get the whole bundle, you know me, because we're going to have some fun looking back there and over there and over there, because tonight we are going to do our own little mini behind the scenes craft room tour. So just wondering, did you guys know that this video right here, this one, is my most popular video on my channel? For the bundle, I think I saw US, it was around 150 something. If somebody can confirm that, let me know. And then I know that, is different for the Canadian dollars and the Australian dollars. So, yes. Okay, Deb is saying, you already want to know where you get my shelves for my punches. I have a big announcement about that. Okay, so how many of you, just wondering, I mean, do you know about this video? Do you know about this video? Did you know this is one? I put this up, I think it was toward the end of 2019 when I was first starting my channel. I started my channel in the end of 2019. And so I've only been doing this a little while, you guys. I'm still learning. Lots to learn. But it quickly became kind of my hallmark video because guess what? I love to organize. And so I kind of went through all the drawers and cubbies of my craft room, and people kind of liked seeing, oh, here's ideas. Not that you have to do things the way I do them, but who doesn't love ideas, right? That's what I'm always searching for, is ideas. So I thought, since there were some updates, I'd give you some new ideas for what I've been doing here in my craft room, and a few new favorites. And what we're going to do, I'm pushing myself, Carrie, I'm pushing myself tech-wise. So what I have is, okay, hold on. I've got my phone, and I've got this on a gimbal. Okay, so we are going to do, hang on a second, let me get rid of this. So I'm just curious if you tell me about the craft room tour. Did you like that one? So we're going to do another one. All right, so I've got my phone on a gimbal like this. And so what I'm going to do is take you around to different places. And I'm going to cross my fingers that we're not going to be too glitchy, but I'm going to go really slow, okay? Because I want you to kind of get a feel for what it takes to kind of not only organize your craft space and have a place to work, but if anybody's interested in what it takes to be behind the scenes. My craft room has changed a lot in the last 2 years, mostly because I've kind of become a content creator / scrapbooker. Okay, so Carrie knows, she's helped me out with a lot of the tech, but there's a lot of kind of behind the scenes stuff. So I'll give you a little bit of an overview of that, and then we'll hopefully everything will work out really well. So I have to go through Wi-Fi in order to give you this interface. So if it's glitchy, I'm going to have to kind of check in with you. If it's glitchy and get some feedback. But unfortunately, Carrie can't buzz me on my phone because my phone's right here. Okay. So anyhow, this is the gimbal I'm using, and what that's going to do is help things be a lot smoother. Okay. So the new live, will it be available? Oh yes, Sharon, all my lives are available right here on my YouTube channel. So always, yeah. Oh, two mics. Can you not hear very well? I know I've got this guy on. I know I have my mic up here. It might get a little soft. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I can turn it up. Oh, I have two mics on. Wait. I'm going to turn that one off. How's that? Badly. Thank you for letting me know. I turned my big mic off, so hopefully it's just going to come in through my phone. Hi, Donna. Just fine. Sandy's saying, you can hear me fine, just we hear you twice. Okay. Better. All right. Okay. So I turned off my other mic. In fact, I can just even unplug it, so it's not even an issue. And now it should just be coming across my phone. Good. All right. Thanks for the feedback, guys. So I'm going to have to come back in. But here we go. Are you ready? So I'm going to try to get this. I have to remember how to work this. My husband, the craft room, he did this part, okay? Because he's so good at it. But I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna start with my desk. Here we go. And I'm gonna do there. Woohoo! All right. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to be behind the camera. It's gonna be a little while, like my computer. So let me just kind of zoom back so you can kind of see my setup. And like I said, I'm gonna try to go really slow so I don't glitch. And see, there's my, that's what I look at right there. That's my streaming software. And right there, that little place right there, that's where I get to see all your comments. So, and then I have my notes that I want to talk to you about, my drink, and anyhow, so that's my big setup for streaming. So I'm going to stand up so you can see the other thing that I do. So here's the camera that goes overhead, that goes over the desk, right? And then that's the mic that was giving me the echo. So I do have another mic for when I'm sitting at my desk that plugs directly into my computer to hopefully, give you better sound while I'm working. And then I've got my lights. Lighting is really, really important for kind of behind the scenes, right? Wouldn't you agree? I think lighting is really, really important for being able to see what's on your desk. So I have these two key lights, and they are Elgato lights, and they are controlled with an app, which is super cool. And then I also have really bright filming lights up on my ceiling. So you can kind of see those up there. So if I turned all that off, and it's really bright in here, even at night. So we're, starting to get towards nighttime, and I forgot to turn this one on. So, hold on, let me turn this on. So you can see it just gets a lot of kind of fill light, which is what you want, so you don't get a lot of shadows and so forth. So this is where the magic happens. And a lot of you guys were asking, my desk actually used to be behind me. And now my desk is here in front of the window. So I used to sit with my back towards the window when I was filming. And then what I decided is that I needed a standing desk. So, okay, I'm going to move my computer out of the way just a smidge. So here, now what I can do is just make sure all these little contraptions are out of the way, but I can push and make sure I've got these in the right place. And now I've got the ability to stand while I'm working. And I love having the standing desk. Now you can see I also, while we're down here, I also ran out of room for all my Stampin' Up! Punches. So they had to kind of go under my desk because I have very little wall space in here. So, so they ended up having to go under there. But someday I'm hoping I'll have more space and they can go on a wall. But the thing I liked about this one, now this is a Flexus Spot, is that it had a drawer. I just love having a drawer. I mean, I keep all my junk in there. Like, gotta have my lipstick, right? So I really wanted a standing desk with a drawer. And that was kind of the selling point for me. There's not a whole lot of difference between otherwise between these standing desks. Now, another thing I did a little bit of a hack to this desk because I wanted a kind of a nicer filming surface. And a while back, you probably remember I said I found these tabletops at IKEA, and I ended up having one that was exactly the size. You can see it's exactly the size of my standing desk. And so I took off the piece that came with it, and I put that on there. mostly for filming. Not that anything was wrong with it. It was just not the right color that I wanted for filming. And I'll show you where that tabletop ended up in just a minute. But what I want to show over here too, I'm going to move my mic, is a couple of my favorite things. And who was it? Oh, I think Deb. Deb, you wanted to know about my holders, right? So my favorite things that I've added, I went through a lot of decision making for where am I going to keep my border maker cartridges, and where am I going to keep my punches. And you guys know, if you have any kind of a collection, these guys are heavy, right? And so I tried them in my Alex drawer for a while, like this Alex down here. I tried them in the top drawer there, and then I found the drawer started bowing. And then I also tried them for a while. I kept them in the little Alex drawers, and I still have a lot of my punches in there. But you guys, my absolute favorite are the Stampin' Storage holders that you can put on your wall. So that's these guys. And they're just made for our border cartridges. So those are definitely the winners in my opinion for the border cartridges. And you can see I have them just right in front of me. So when I'm not filming, of course that light's off and this is all pushed out of the way, and I can just work right here on my table. Another thing I still love, and if you have watched my craft room tour videos, I love these little glass jars from Bon Maman. Strawberry jam, her favorite. I still just love having pens, kind of different pens right there, ready to use. That they're not necessarily the ones that, you want to make sure you're storing horizontal. So the good news is, and I'm going to come back and take a peek at the comments in just a sec, but the good news is the Stampin' Storage, these guys, and I'll come around over here. These guys, oh my gosh, just love them, love them. These guys are going to be on sale on Monday. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. So if you, I will leave the promo code link in this video in the description or in a comment. I will also make sure I post the link for the promo code when on my Facebook page. But on Monday, I believe it was 15% off, and I believe there's free shipping at a threshold. So I'm ready to try. So I'm loving the storage for all the punches, and they make these to fit the Creative Memories punches. So I mean, you can see how perfectly they fit in there. And the next Stampin' Storage unit I'm going to get is actually going to be for my pens. And I do love these little ones, but they're not, you can't find them anymore. And Stampin' Storage has some that have like a slot that you can just kind of, it's really good to keep your pens horizontal, right? Your nice pens horizontal. But sometimes I find these are kind of hard to reach in and grab. And so that's anyhow what I'm gonna be getting on the sale on Monday. So, all right, you guys, let's take another peek over here. And a lot of this kind of did stay the same from my craft room tour from before. But let me just kind of see if there's any comments here, any questions. So, okay, looks like, yeah. So Gwen says she loves the Stampin' Storage shells. I do too. My favorite. Okay. Yeah, they have sales. They have sales, Julie. So Monday is going to be a fun day. I know, not only the new Christmas, I don't know, you're going to have to save your pennies right from now until then. But at least, it's a good way to kind of start with the shells. And I should mention, these down here for these Stampin' Up punches, those are from Stampin' Storage too. Okay, so what else? All right, doesn't look like we have. Um, Diane says she needs another punch unit. I know. That's the only thing is when the slots, you get full and you're like, oh my gosh, I only have like 20 more slots. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to buy a new one. um, I'm not so much worried about my border cartridges. I mean, those are kind of high to reach the slots up at the top. But, oh, and I should say this one also has a place for your border maker system. And I actually just kind of stuck some punches up there right now, but let me show you, the whole system is actually made to go right here. So I don't know if you've seen that before, but you can put the whole unit right there. Now, unfortunately, these are the large, so they have different sizes, medium, small, medium, large. These are the large. And even the other one, I think Margarita's like, should I keep my second one? I'm like, yeah, I kind of kept my second one because I don't know. I ended up with 2 units. You never know. Or you can always just fill those in with more punches if you need a second unit. Okay. Any questions? You love my L initial. Where's that? Oh, over there on my that one. Thank you. Thank you, Mona. Okay. Go for broke Monday, but gotta love it. Yes. And yes. Okay, Debbie, that's a really, really good question. Do they have to be secured to the wall? Absolutely, because you guys, I probably could not even lift one of those units filled with punches. They are so heavy, so heavy. And these are actually attached to the wall, even though it looks like it's kind of just resting on top of the Alex drawers. I mean, the Helmer drawers from IKEA. I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see. So I still have my little Helmer drawers with all my punches in there, but those are just right on top. And what it is it's a French cleat system to hang these units, and it's a big piece of wood that you mount to the wall, and you find your studs. It's really important you find your studs, and then the unit, you have to order it with the hanging system. It asks you. That's a really good question. So they ask, do you want it just to stand on your desk, or do you want it to mount to the wall? And it's not one that you can just like put your little old regular hooks on, or anything like that. Like you should order it that way. Okay. So yes. So Kathy says, yeah, they have the wall units that you secure. And where did I get my desk, Claudia? I got mine on Amazon. I got it. It's the Flexa Spot, and it's really and I think I have it linked on my favorite things page, but like I said, it's the only one that has a drawer. And then this is kind of what, made me figure out, okay, how am I going to have to organize everything else around me, since now this was the only place it could end up. So here's what I wanted to kind of also share. I'm going to go back over. One thing I realized, because I don't have a lot of space, you guys, this is tight. It's packed, it's packed to the wall, to the ceiling. But when you don't have a lot of space, you really have to think about how you use your space, right? So you probably remember my units here, my old Recollections units from Michael's, and I ended up making kind of a little, a little wall in this area. This is where my desk actually used to be when I was filming. It was right here, and so now instead I used the cubbies. So I'm going to kind of come over this way, see if I can zoom back super slow and easy for you guys. Okay. Let's see if I have any comments too. Yeah, so they do come for the desktop, the Stampin' Storage units, but if you get them for the wall, I strongly suggest you get them, get the units with the hanging. Okay. So thank you, Mona. Yeah, gotta drink my drink. Okay. Good to know. Yes. What did you put on the floor under the cubbies? I was gonna Margarita, you've got sharp eagle eyes. Okay. And the black binders. Okay, I'm coming back to that, Diane. Okay. One of the things I found that I absolutely love are those little square feet that I ended up putting under my cubbies. And these will work with the old Recollections and also the new ones from Michael's. I looked a long time for these, and they are metal. They are solid metal because, you guys, that's a lot of weight to put on those little feet. They are linked. I got them on Amazon, but it took me a long time to find them, and I had to send a bunch back. They are perfect size, and they are not cheap. I have to warn you. But they made a huge difference just raising them up off the floor a little bit. I think I had an issue with water down here, and after I had that, I thought, I'm never putting anything on the floor, directly on the floor again. So I love those. And they're also really good, like if you need to run an extension cord or something behind or under, it gives you just enough clearance to do that. So I love those little feet, and they're solid, like they will hold up to the weight. So this is still pretty much the same order. I have all my colored paper, my rainbow paper, my little backstock, and then I have my ruled paper, my journal paper, white, and then one new folder I ended up making was a denim folder, and also a wood folder. So I have those kind of specialty papers kind of right here on the end, because those, to me, I could have put them in the color categories, but I also sometimes, if you need wood, you just want to go to a wood folder, right? So, we had shiplap, and we've got the denim with the new denim kit. So those ended up in those little slots right there. Okay, so yes, I've got my blue binders. You guys know about my blue binders, my theme stickers, my punch inventory binder, my titles, which is my favorite and my most used, my title binder, and just a few other ones. Then, I organize a lot with binders. I love them. And because we can't find these blue ones anymore, right, Diane? I did switch over to these black binders. And these are the ones that are also, I talk about a lot, and they are linked. And these are the ones that have the front that you can slide in your artwork. So I think I did a new one there's mine for Album in a Day. I just haven't done the stickers on the side. And Carrie and I were talking about how these were just alphabet stickers, but what I'm going to do is actually cut that font. I love that font with the silhouette or the cricket, and then you cut it out of vinyl, and I won't have any that come up. So I just haven't gotten to that yet, but now I have those binders right there handy, of course, near my desk. Okay, so a lot is packed into this little space, right, you guys? So I'm going to kind of zoom back so you can see it's not a very big space, right? So I still have my wall of cubbies over here. I've got my little filming setup right there. And now I have my standing desk. I've got my air conditioner, very important. And then kind of my desk, my 2 desk setup. and then over in this area. So it kind of goes around in a little nook. All right. One more little area I want to talk about, and then I'll come over to see about questions. So another thing that I ended up doing different, in the last year or so is kind of becoming obsessed with alphabets and crazy obsessed with alphabets. And so I ended up deciding that I needed kind of a system that I could easily identify and reach my alphabets. And I found these shelves, which were perfect depth-wise. They're a little long, but they had the sides, so I didn't have to worry about these DVD cases falling over. And that was the other thing that I ended up loving was, finding the clear DVD cases, and these are linked also, that I put my stamps in. And I love my alphabets this way. I love all my stamps this way. And so I put like the card that, usually you stick your stamps to in the front. So I can quickly look and go, oh, those are the size and the style I have in there. And then some of them, one of the brands I buy has this on their branding. And so I just stick the card right on the side. If it doesn't have branding, you can see what I end up doing is just putting kind of an example of what font it is on the side. And so if you are kind of a stamp lover, this is a really fun way. And I love these shelves. They're just they were the perfect solution kind of for this little empty corner right here. And, able to do that. So I have one more shelf over here. You might have caught. They come, I think, in packs of 2. So I ordered 2. So these are some of, like my very, very favorite ones. Here's the Creative Memories stamp set. And what I've been realizing, kind of one of the things I wanted to mention here was one thing that you really, that I think is important, no matter what size or whatever space you have, is have your most favorite things within reach, right? Wouldn't you guys agree? Have your most favorite things within reach. So this is not a very big space, but I have my most favorite things surrounded right here next to me. And, along with that, I know I've shown this before, but my Alex drawer, this is my workhorse. So I have my my cutting system right here, always handy. The next drawer are my trimmers, my tearing tools. The circle cutter is in there. It all fits. And then the next drawer are my foam squares. I love having all of this, my erasers, my Avery Ultra tabs, right? My peekaboo pockets. I love the iris cases to hold all that stuff. So you can see it's all just right here. I think I even have my stamp chamois in one of these. And it's all just right here in my reach. The next one, these kind of get more into office supplies, my different things like that, my tape and punches, and then just kind of more tools and tech supplies are in the bottom. So, okay, phew, that was a lot, you guys. But there's a lot. I didn't even show you. I got to come over here and show you these 2 little carts too. But let me check in with the questions. And then we're going to kind of come over here to, this is my other new favorite thing. I gotta love this so much. This one I love a lot too. Okay, so let me see. All right, so that'd be, have your favorite things close by. It makes you want to be there and work. Exactly, yeah. Okay, so let's see, do we have any questions? Stamps at your fingertips. Yeah, because you know what? I had them in those cute little drawers down there and see how far away they were, and I wasn't using them because I'd have to flip through, try to figure out, which alphabet it was, and I loved being able to switch over to the clear DVD cases. So that's actually one of the things I have on this cart. So this is the long cart from Michaels. Can you guys see that? So it has 3 layers, and I have probably put 15 different things in this cart. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it over here so you can see it better. Okay. And then I started again, kind of going back, right, Deb, thinking about the same thing, which is, what are my favorite things? What are my favorite things that I want to have right there? And you can notice in here, a lot of things are on wheels. And they're on wheels because I don't have a lot of space, for one. But they're also on wheels because, I want to be able to pull it closer, or, move it out of the way if I want to get to, some of these cubbies. So everything on wheels. But this is the one from Michaels, and it's the long one. And like I said, I probably put, I don't know, I kept changing my mind what I wanted to have in there. I had photos in here. I had my little photo folders in here for a while. And then, I just kept going on and on. And then, like I said, this obsession with alphabets started to happen. And so I ended up deciding, okay, this is actually the perfect place to put my bins with my dies. And the other thing that is different now, because I want, kind of that smooth flow, is I use my dies, and then I don't know if you remember seeing over here, here's my Empress machine, and I put it right here along with my little mini silhouette because it just helped speed things up. So I have my plates right here handy whenever I want to use them for the die cut machine, and then I have my silhouette mats right here for my silhouette. So I'm ready to go. It's all right here. And then I have my photo printer on wheels, ready to go, with my Red River paper underneath. So everything, I know it's good to get up and walk around, right? And get your exercise. But sometimes, I don't know, I get lazy and I love just having it all right within my reach. I love it. Okay. So I ended up stocking this, and it's very heavy. That's another thing I realized. I didn't really have drawers or someplace I could store my metal dies that are super heavy, that could take the weight. Like if you lifted one of these are really heavy, right? So, and I still have a lot of organizing to do here, which I haven't finished yet. But these 2 are all my alphabets. And you can see, I love my alphabets, and they're all in here. And then these are, I also love sentiments, and I'm not, I don't do a whole lot of card making. So really when I get dies, it's more about dies that I can use for my scrapbook pages, right? So some of them I have labeled. But I have, like I said, this is still in process. The other thing I did is I tucked my album swatches, my paper swatches, and this was a new thought I had, is, how we get a sampler pack with some of these different colors in it? I thought, I'm just going to punch that and stick that on the ring too. Because sometimes you're like, where did pear come from? Pear was Croptoberfest last year, right? So if you have that, that's something else. And then these are my current cardstock swatches. Okay. All right. So that's kind of the tier 1. And so I can easily be on one of my scrapbook pages and kind of go, I want to find like a I want to find like a tall, skinny alphabet, right? Or I don't know, like here's a fun one, right? I'm gonna go, I'm gonna try that. That looks like the right size. And I know I'm weird, like sometimes I think the silhouette, you can make any size, any shape, any alphabet you want, but sometimes I love the process of a die. I don't know, I'm weird. I love it. So I have my dies, I have my stamps, and then I also have my cutting machines. So, it's all right here handy. The other thing, some of my dies did end up going in the DVD cases, like my big ones, just because that was a good way. I don't know if I can open it with one hand, but oh yeah, you can see these are giant dice, but you can see they can all stay in there easily. So A to Z for those. Okay. So some of my bigger sets, I ended up putting in there in the DVD cases. Okay. So let me check in. All right. Good idea about the cardstock colors. Okay. Yeah. Plastic bins and clear sleeves. I'm going to get to the clear sleeves, Quinn. Hang on. Because that took a long time to find these clear sleeves, which I adore. And I'm going to show you them a little closer. You knew there was a reason you wanted the tag punch, right, Claudia? I know. You got to have the tag punch because it's the perfect way to make your cardstock swatches. All right, so now those are all nice and handy. And then second row down, what else do I also want handy? And again, remember we have to store these horizontally. Now, I may change this when I try the Stampin' Storage holders, but for now, they're in these bins stored, excuse me, horizontally, as well as my ink. I have some ink here in this tray. These are those Sterilite. Sterilite, I think, the ones you can kind of add more to them and different things. And I have to come back and say, Lynette, you are also an enabler like Carrie. I'm going to come back and talk some more in another video about these guys. Lynette, thank you for the information. But Lynette shared a source for some more dot tip pens, and they are really cool. So I'll be sharing some more about what's in this little box very soon. Okay, then on the bottom are my empty DVD cases down here. My that's usually where I keep my, whoops, that's not very good. You can't see, my clear sleeves, and then my punch, my extra punch holders. Now this bin in the middle there is another thing that I wanted to kind of go through. And that is, I think advice is also when you are, kind of looking at your stash, make sure it's the stuff you love, right? Now, I'm not saying be a minimalist because you guys, I am in no way a minimalist. But what you do want is, yeah, it's your fault again, Lynette. When you store your things, there's a limited space. Like when I looked at this was another kind of area I had to consider. And I have 8 cubes. These are the old Recollections cubes. And I have 8 that I can store my paper. I did not have 8 2 years ago that were full of paper. But because we got so many great new collections, I now have 8 cubes of paper. Now they're still organized the same way, seasonally, and then the holidays within the season. But I've also had to create some new categories for my paper, which is kind of like a party section, florals, because we've got Botanical Burst, and we've got, what else? Under the Willows is up there. The new Spiced Plum is up there. What was it? Shabby Chic Rose from one of the kids, so like all the florals kind of ended up together. And then all my school over there, all of my baby stuff ended up over there. And then this is kind of split between rainbow, like Fresh Fusion, and I'll get up here closer so you can see. This ended up being some of like vintage. This section was vintage for like vintage albums. And then what would you call it? Kind of like neutral collections. I consider Natural Disposition kind of a neutral collection, and Homestead neutral, and Keep the Faith kind of neutral. But then we got into Fresh Fusion and Rainbow, so those had to go together. And then You Got This kind of went in with that. So, you kind of have to think how, if you're going to go grab something off your shelf, what makes sense to you? What makes sense to you when you're reaching for something? So down here, you can see I'm still using the record sleeves, right? The record sleeves with the Avery Ultra tabs. And if it's a smaller collection, so kind of what I've discovered, and maybe you guys have discovered this as well, but if it's like a 2-piece collection, sometimes maybe even a 3, but let's say a 2-piece. So United We Stand, that was a 2-piece collection. It goes in the record sleeve. But if it's a 3, 4, 5, or 6-piece collection, then I have to move it into a Power Project folder because I want a place for my stickers, I want a place for my journal boxes and all that good stuff, right? And the stickers and things, borders on the back. So that was kind of one of the things, my ahas was, when do you use a smaller, a record sleeve for a smaller collection? If it's only got maybe paper and stickers, maybe a mat. But if it's more than that, if it's got embellishments and it's got a matte pack and maybe a second paper pack, I always jump up into a Power Project folder for that. So like here's Winter Woods. You can see, got all that in there. Okay. Okay. So does that make sense? All right. I'm going to take a quick break from this camera and come look at, or actually, I think maybe what I'll do, I'll do a little quick mini, like show you what else kind of changed, and then I'll come sit down and kind of show you up close some of those fun storage. So, forgot to push this back in. So some of this stuff is still all the same. My stamps are here. I have some albums up at the top. And sorry if it's getting really bright because that's where my lights are. Here we go. And my refills, page protectors, I have all that stuff handy. And then over here, I still have my cutting station, although my daughters stole my new Cricut from me, so they have that upstairs. But this ended up becoming, because, I was doing a lot more work, a lot more video production, this became my office now, instead of, it used to be my sewing station. So I have my printer, I have my editing computer down here, and then this is just kind of my overflow of all my projects. So I have all my Power Project, I have my photo folders in the bins over here. So I have all of those kind of when I'm ready to work on a project, all tucked in here. And then this is actually where the top of my standing desk went. So let me see if I can back up. And again, I'm packed, you guys. I'm pack. So these are 2 Alex units, the little ones. And then that desk, that top is what actually came on my standing desk back there. Okay. So you can see the color, for filming just wasn't as great, but it's a beautiful desktop. So I use it for just, my work. The other thing I ended up doing was putting wheels on these Alex units, because you can go, oh my gosh, Lauren, well, how do you get back in there? Well, again, how do you get over in there? Everything's on wheels, so I can move things around and just move it out of the way if I need to get into that. But that is kind of longer term storage over there. And, but it's all on wheels. That was important to me. You guys, you want to see something funny? My mom kept this from when I was a little girl. I drew it. Isn't that fun? And I just, when I grow up, I want to be a mama. Do you see? Hi. Right there. Anyhow, silly. So, so this is kind of just really quick, another little corner. And then through the magic curtain, now that's kind of turning into where I'm doing my shipping and kind of keeping my store product. And it's a mess, so I'm not going to show you that over there right now. And then this was also a really fun find from Michael's. And I love it because I got this right before Album in a Day. I don't know if you remember that, Carrie. But so this is where I ended up putting all of my, my photo folders. Let me move this around so you can see it. So I have my photo folders, and then like my pictures. When I have people I need to give pictures to, I have a little bin down there to throw those extra photos in there. And these both come out. So if I'm able to kind of pin myself in here and do a power layout or do some photo organization, this can get really big, but it folds down really small, which I liked. So this is another table from Michael's. This one. Oh, and while we're over here, I know I keep saying, oh, but just one more thing. This was another change I did over here. So if you remember, this is kind of a standing height. Again, another IKEA tabletop. And the new, people are like, well, what's the difference between the old cubbies from Michael's and the new cubbies? Well, these are the new cubbies. So I put 2 full cubbies. Do you see that? 2 full cubbies and a half. Okay. And by the way, our the half ones fit one of the old Power Sort boxes in there, as you can see. So I have my library of memories over there on that side, under there. And so I did a half and 2 fulls, and the wheels. I did buy the wheels from Michael's. Again, I wanted to be able to move everything easily. And then this is that old one from Joann's from years ago, which you can't get anymore. But you can kind of do the same setup with these cubbies, making a space for a worktop. You guys get that? So let me see if I can zoom back enough you can see it. So two big cubbies and a half gives you about, it's a little tall. If you're short, this probably wouldn't work, but it's enough of a height that you can work. It's a standing desk height. And that's where I have my cutting station up there. Okay, I'm going to come back to the chat and see where we are. Also, by the way, our pods will fit in those big cubbies. The new ones, these are 14 inches wide. They're big and thick. Compared to the old Recollections cubes, which I think were, or maybe these were just over 12, I think. Just a smidge over 12, like 12 and a quarter, I think. So you have more room. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, so the other larger Recollections cubes are these that I have right next to me. And this one is where I keep my notebooks. And yes, they're sideways right now because I'm still working on them. And one of them is ABCs, and the other one is templates and stencils. And then these are kind of in process projects down here. Okay, so woo, wow, now you've seen it all. Okay, let me come back. I'm going to switch over to the overhead. Just that's not the overhead. Oh, yes it is, but it's not over my desk. There we go. All right, you guys. So I think we're good on this for a second. I'm going to switch the camera over and take a look at questions. Phew. Okay. I know the big power sort boxes. They are big and nice and big. Okay, so we are back on my desk. And I hope that didn't get you too dizzy. I hope it was smooth enough and, not too bumpy. Like I'm kicking right now. Too bumpy. Okay, so I got the new, Carrie, what is it? The new Cricut Explorer Air, the new one. And my girls are loving it. I haven't even hardly had a chance to play with it because they are... they've confiscated it and taken it upstairs to their room to play with. So, yeah, but it's really cool. Okay. Let me see. The cart. Yeah, the cart, Claudia. My carts, both the the long cart and the table are both from Michael's. And, they're usually in stock. Okay, Angie asks how I store my paper pads. Oh, welcome. It's your first live. Yeah, Angie, I don't have a whole lot of paper pads, but what the pads I did have, I ended up tearing them apart because I wasn't using them all glued together. So, yeah. And Lynette, is the tabletop screwed to... No. It's just resting on top. So it's heavy enough and I have enough stuff on there. And those, since they're two exactly the same stacks on both sides, it's perfectly level. So I don't need to screw that down. But you know what? You probably could put some like earthquake putty or something in there if you don't want it to move at all. Curious, what is the stencil with the leaves and vine? Deb, where is that one? The stencil with leaves and vine. Where did you see that? You have to... On a black page. Oh, here. This, right in front of you. This is the Croptoberfest. Isn't that beautiful? So, remember I did this last week, this page, and I thought, I need to find a facing page. And then I was looking at the... Croptoberfest laser paper. So this is the one that comes in with the packet with the sunflowers. And I thought, what a beautiful facing page that would be. So this is getting ready to go into the album. And I just, like I said, I wanted to find some more pictures of Ellen and Cody. I did have some people ask, where did Ellen go to school in Rhode Island? She went to RISD, Rhode Island School of Design. And she graduated in 2019 before all the chaos started happening. So, we were able to go visit with her and enjoy the East Coast. Loved that. So that was from last week. And then this is from the Croptoberfest laser paper pack. Beautiful pack. Really pretty. But I liked how that went together. Okay, good questions. Okay. Leaves and vines, thanks for the tour. You are welcome, Cindy. Okay, what a tour. Yay! It's on the black page. Okay, we got it. Cricut Maker 3. Thank you, Carrie. Yes, we did a really fun, silly live where we unboxed those together, too. So if you look on my channel, you'll see Carrie and I unboxed ours because she got one, and then I had to go get one. And then I'm like, hey, let's unbox them together. So... Okay, All right, you guys, I wanted to share too. And Annette, you're inspired. Yay! Yeah, I know. It's really, really, I was like, what do I want? What do I want to tell you guys? What's, my biggest thing is, really focus on the things that bring you joy. Focus on what you want, what you love. Like, I'm a little over the edge when it comes to, um, let me, hold on a second. I think I'm probably, let me switch over. There. Is that a little better? Switched my mic to the computer. I love my alphabets. And yeah, I could try, purging and being minimalist and not doing that. But you know what, you guys? I love alphabets and I love these silly little, I don't know, I just love them. And that's part of who I am. And so, what I wanted to, kind of share with you is if you have something, embrace it and find a good place to put it. And I actually got a tip from someone that said, another thing you can do is put a little post-it on, something that you get. If it's maybe a die, I don't have a problem because I feel like for scrapbooking, I use what I get for the most part. Not all of it, but you guys know. And but if you get something and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to use it, put a little post-it when you purchased it, and then see if you use it. And if you don't use it, maybe then that goes into the donate bin that you can give away. So, you know, I think when we look at what we have, yeah, there is a place for purging and for making decisions like, am I really going to, is that something I'm really going to put in my album? When I did my first cleanup in here, I purged a lot, a lot of paper. I looked at it and I go, these prints are just too big. It's too outdated for me. Like I knew it wasn't my style. I knew it wasn't how I scrapbooked. And so those all went into a bin and I got rid of a couple boxfuls of, scrapbooking supplies. But that was because I was more comfortable understanding what my style was and how I like to scrap. So when you know that, I think it's really, really helpful. Okay, so one of the things I found, and I know it's so silly, these little things, but oh, let me grab the other one down here. So I found those two organizers, which I really love, and let me grab again so you can see. So these are clear DVD cases. They're really I mean, I think I bought a whole box of them, of 100 of them, because I knew I had a lot that I wanted to organize. Originally, I had everything in these sleeves. Do these look familiar? Like most people put their dies in these DVD sleeves and they are super cheap. So if you are on a budget, these work. And they work well, but I had all my ABCs in here. Okay, so if I wanted to use an ABC, I'd have to pull it out. Sometimes it would kind of get stuck. And then, I'd have to fiddle with this and flip through it. Now I can look at my DVD case. I love it because I can see this is the alphabet. It shows exactly what size it is. And then when I open it, now this is two sets of the Creative Memories alphabet, and it fits. So we have upper, lowercase, two sets. So can you see? I have two of each letter. And that was just because I wanted to speed up the process, right? Like if you wanted to do 2021, you want to be able to have, yeah, anyhow. You can get away with one set too. All right, but they all fit. So if I need a letter, like I love the fact that these things they just stick to the inside of the DVD case. It's just a cling thing. So it's all here and then it's just, a fingertip away. So that's the DVD case. And you saw that I also like using these for some of my metal dies, like the bigger collections. I'll show you again. So Like this one is a bigger collection. So they also, these DVD cases will hold a lot of magnet sheets, right? If you didn't want to put them all in sleeves. And that's just kind of a personal choice, whether you want to put it in a DVD case or in a sleeve. But since this was like a complete alphabet, it had uppers and lowers and numbers, I wanted it all together in one place. So, you know, there's the two ways. And I know, you know, I don't talk a whole lot on my channel about dies and about stamps, but those are things that I really love. So I just wanted to share that with you here. Okay. Okay. So, oh, I just realized there's more comments and I hadn't seen them. Okay. Turn on the mic. Is the volume okay now? Should I turn on the mic, overhead mic? I'll do that. Just seeing that now. Hold on. Overhead. Now you guys know. Hey, Lauren, turn on the overhead mic. Okay. All right. There we go. I think that should have changed my microphone. I see. Thank you guys. Okay. So hopefully now you can hear me. What are the large square drawers under the 4 drawer cubes? The large square drawers under the 4 drawer cubes. 4 drawer cubes. The large square drawers under the 4 drawer cubes. Okay, I'm not sure, Beatrice, where that was. Does anybody know which one? Okay, is my volume? Oh my goodness, look at all these. Now you guys can hear me. The clear sleeves. Okay, so the clear sleeves. Okay, better now. Thank you, guys. Sorry. I'll come back to the drawers. Let me move on and just finish up with the sleeves. So these were the DVD sleeves, and they worked really well for a while. And then what I was realizing, being in, hold on, I'm going to grab one of these. Oh my gosh, they're so heavy. But, you know, being in these guys and having them accessible, I was using them a lot. And so I wanted something that was going to be a little more durable. And I went and I purchased probably 4 different brands and 4 different kinds of vinyl sleeves. And I decided I didn't want plastic. I wanted the feel of vinyl. And if you were here to feel it, you would say these are probably 3 times the thickness of these little DVD cases. And you can see they are also super clear, which I loved how clear they were. Okay, so I found these, and like I said, they are linked on my favorite things page. But they were a company right here in the USA. And it's retailmerchandisingsigns.com. So then I ordered the wrong size. I had to find one that would fit, right? That would fit in here. And that would fit the metal, the magnet sheets, right? So I ended up with 5x7 magnet sheets, and these are from Marietta Magnetics. I think that's the name. They're also linked. They ended up being my favorite, and I also found that I could get it by just fine with the thinnest, least expensive magnet sheet because my vinyl was so good and it held everything really well. So now I can you know, if I get a new die set, I can cut the front if I want. And, you know, if I bought one of these and then slip it in here. But like maybe I also got something from AliExpress and it's summertime. So, you know, I try to double up on my magnet sheets. And then at some point, I'm hoping to cut these with the white vinyl, just like I did my other dies, and put them on a card in here so that I can see everything cut at some point in my spare time. But you can see again, these sleeves are super, super thick. Like, I hope you can kind of see how nice they are. They have a very good feel and a very good texture. And the other thing I wanted was this. I love having this little space at the top that I can put my labeling on. And let me bring that up close so you can see it. So this is just done on my label machine, but it's just, I think these are the, you know what these are for? These are for like furniture. you put your price tags, and you stick it on a couch. And so they have the holes that you can stick it on, something, but they work perfectly for my dies. So, so here you can see like this one, ampersands, I just put that label at the top. So then this one will get us, summer sayings or some summer words, and I'll start working on organizing those. So I also just wanted to share, sometimes these end up just holding, if I don't, like this was from the Shabby Chic Rose, and I didn't want them just to end up in the bottom of my record sleeve. So they're thick enough that they can kind of, keep things nice inside. So you can use it for that as well, and just slip this in a record sleeve. So these come in, I don't know, packs of 50 or 100. And I just keep finding fun uses for these, but I love the 5x7. So I'll show you. You guys want to see that label again? Here's the label. And I got mine off Amazon, but I'm sure you could also just go straight to their website too. Yep. Okay. Okay, you guys, awesome. You are on it. Yeah. And for CM matte packs. Exactly, Gwen. Another great idea. These are, I don't know, I'm such a, tactile person. I love the way things feel. And for me, these, I just decided to make the investment and switch over from the DVD sleeves, which served me well for many, many years. But, I kind of slowly just started adding in the vinyl sleeves, which I love. And then also the clear DVD. The other thing about these DVD, right? You normally remember they have like a tray in here for the DVD. You don't need it. Or some of them have clips inside. You don't need it. These are just like the bare minimum DVD, but they do have the sleeve on the top, so you can add, different, like here's another one. You can add different branding in here if you want, right? So, and I don't keep just one, like maybe this one, I have more than one alphabet in a DVD case, especially if they're smaller ones. Okay. All right. So that's my thing. I'm moving from these older sleeves, the originals, and I just love these. And then the little magnetic sheets. These bins are from Target, like in the bath department of Target. But I know a lot of people also use the fridge bins, I think, too. So, yeah, this die, Diane, I think is a Anna Griffin die. I have to find, I don't know what I did with the paperwork on it, but I think it came with my Empress machine. Anna Griffin usually has the gold dies. Okay, so how are we doing? That was a lot. I think what I'll do now, I'll just ask, if you have any questions. Yeah, so if you ordered some though, Gwen, you know what? You can always switch them back. Just return them. Amazon, I return stuff. Like I said, I had to buy 5 different ones before I found the ones I loved, like the one everybody was raving over was, it wasn't this clear, shiny plastic. It kind of had a, like a texture to it. Like you couldn't see straight in and clear and, you know, exactly what you had. So boy, I had to send those back. I sent so many back till I found the ones I liked. Okay, so that's how we do it, right? Yes, I know the flavor and the smell of certain books and magazines. Me too, Gary. It's so true. So true. Okay. One looks like Echo Park. Which one is that? I'm not sure. Yeah. This one is Echo Park for sure. I love all my different ones. So yeah, Echo Park makes some really great word dyes. And I know Creative Memories comes out with laser words, and that makes things so fast, but sometimes you also just want to make a word out of the exact color you want, right? Or something. I just like it. It's just part of who I am and how I like to craft. So thought I'd share. Okay. And the DVD cases, they are linked on my favorite things page. Let me show that to you guys. Yeah, you can return if you don't find other uses. Exactly. So 1 second, let me go find a quick screen share for you. And I'll show you exactly where you can find all these great things. Okay. I've got it up now. And let me do a screen share. Okay, so this is in case you're new or you haven't found my website. My website is craftsomejoy.com. Okay, craftsomejoy up here in the browser search bar, craftsomejoy.com, and then my shop my favorite things. So if you look at shop my faves right here at the top, it's shop my favorite things. You click on that and it brings up my favorite, all my favorite things. Like you can see, this is the camera that I had overhead. These are the Elgato lights. So people ask a lot, Lauren, what do you use for this? Lauren, what do you use for that? This is my landing page. How do you make your graphics? Canva. How do you stream? Ecamm. There's my, you saw this in my craft room, my floor stand, right? There's my standing desk. You can see it all. This is the computer I use. Here's my microphone, all the little gadgets. So it's all here. This is it right here. Storage stamp cases. So they are US disc storage stamp cases, style number 2. I did get a pack of 100. I think if you click on that link, and all you have to do is click on the purple button, and it takes you right into the Amazon, exactly the thing that I showed you. And these are the vinyl envelopes. Finally found the ones that I like. They are 5 1/4 by 7 vertical. Okay, and then here's stamp and storage. So if you're interested in stamp and storage, just click on these, and that'll take you right over there. Here's the magnetic sheets. Okay, right here. So whenever I find something and I'm like, oh, that's so fun and cool, I try to link it here so you have a quick, easy reference for that. Oh, look, there's those little solid square bed risers, right? So I told you it's all there ready for you. I do the hard work, right? I order all this stuff and I use it and I go, is it good? Is it good? And I don't recommend it unless it's something that I've decided to keep in my craft room and use over and over. Okay, so there you go. That is my shop my favorite things. Those are affiliate links. I'll just be honest with you. It costs you the same, but I do get a very, very, very small percentage when you use my link to shop with. Okay, so that is shop my favorite things. So I just wanted to come back here really quick and there we go. I'm back. Phew, that was a lot. Let me, I know there's a few more questions, but one thing I just wanted to mention, we had a couple things sell out at Creative Memories. So I asked, are we going to get any of these back? One of them was the full moon stickers, and darn, I mean, I didn't get enough of those. And the paper pack, the $6 paper pack that I used, and I talked about last week, it sold out. And I said, why did this sell out? And so Diane Lampert actually looked into it for me. And she said what happened was, because they put that as a promo, they sold through much faster than they had anticipated. Not only that, but, you know, kind of the new collections. So they are not going to be reordering either of those. They are not going to be reordering the full moon stickers, and they're not going to be reordering the paper pack. And I forgot what she called it, like a hero pack or something like that. That it was like a support pack for a current release. And she goes, that was the first time we kind of came out with something like that, and we were testing it, and it did so well that they're hoping to bring those kind of things back. Like, so for National Scrapbook Day, not only are we going to get kind of a National Scrapbook Day kit, you know, like the Croptoberfest kit, but maybe also like a complimentary paper pack that goes with it. Okay, so that is the news on the sold out products. The paper, the full moon paper, is also on the hot list. You guys know, when I talk about if it's made it to the hot list, that means a lot of people want it. And, you know, if it's something you want, you might look into getting it. I've been trying to, you know, order those extras for my shop, for my customers and my team. But like, I didn't even get any of the paper pack. So I can't help you there. It sold out faster than I knew. All right. So, that's the news I have on the product. So that and the Ghost Border Maker Punch was also on the hot list. So just kind of always pop in, you know, if you don't want to miss something, pop in and just kind of click on the what's new, or click on last chance, and, you know, make sure there's nothing there that for a project that you're working on, or, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. So, all right. So next week is going to be a big one. Yes, Jenny, we're going to have Stamp and Storage sale starting Monday. We're going to have the brand new Christmas collection. So awesome. Okay. And Wendy, the die cut machine that I use, there's either Sizzix die cut machines, or, you know, for actual dies, or the one I use is the Anna Griffin Empress machine. So, all right. Thank you, Mary. And hey, you guys, if you haven't been over to my pop group lately, I'm so excited that Mary has joined forces with me. She's my team member now that is helping me with the pop group. And if you are not familiar, like, what is pop? I have a whole series of videos on my YouTube channel that is all about the pop planner, and that is all about how do you get yourself organized so that you can spend time doing the projects that you want to work on, right? And I mean, I just found myself reaching for my planner again this week when I was doing, you know, some of these random pages, and I wanted to make sure these pages were getting in the right place. So, you know, that's my dump. That's where I dump everything, all my ideas and everything of what projects I want to work on. So that's a whole system, and I have free downloads on my website for that too. But Mary is helping me now moderate the pop group. So you'll see her name popping up, and you know, kind of doing some reminders for you. So just a big hug and thanks to Mary. She is also doing something. You guys want a little secret? A little secret? She is also doing another little project for me, which is high-level documentation for these Friday night scrapbooking videos. So high level, like, what collection did I use? what did I talk about? Was it borders, whatever that was, and all that good stuff. And so she's putting together kind of like what she did for our pop videos. And that document is in the pop group. She's going to do that for our Friday night scrapbooking videos. So there will be a resource for you for all these, since we are getting a lot of Friday night scrapbooking videos now. So, okay. All right, you guys. So I thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed something different today and kind of just another look around my room. And yes, for tonight's tour. Yeah, I think the main thing is that, you know, we've got to change things so that they fit who we are and how we work. So that's most important, right? And how you got to have things right next to you that you love so that you remember to use them. So, okay, any other questions before we go? And I love all the woohoos to Mary. She is just doing an awesome job over there in the pop group. So if you haven't checked it out, it's a free Facebook group. You can just ask to join. It's Progress on Projects, and you can search for it, Progress on Projects. That's what POP stands for, Progress on Projects, because that's what we're doing. We are making progress on our projects, and you can find that on Facebook. Just search for it. Okay, so you are all so welcome. Thank you for all your thank yous. Okay. And yeah, I'll be back in a couple weeks, Carol and Deb. Okay, are you and Carrie ever going to pursue teaching how to make the stickers? Yeah. Maybe Carrie, we should talk this weekend, huh? Tomorrow is yeah, we have so many ideas. Yes. Tomorrow is Carrie, what is it? National Card Making Day, I think is what she told me. So you might find me popping back on, because there are some card kits, those right there, back there, that I have been dying to get together and make. So I might just open up the boxes and do them with you if you're interested tomorrow. So yeah, okay. Yes, I'm normal, Cindy. I have a lot of stuff. I am not the, minimalist scrapbooker by any means. So, okay, Lynette, there's no link to the Anna Griffin because I think you have to go to her website to buy that one. But I think I ended up just I wanted a motorized die cut. So I know there's a few other brands. I think Gemini is another brand that you can get. But for the one that I have, the Empress, which I do love, you have to go to annagriffin.com. Grab it. So World Card Making Day. Thank you, Carrie. World Card Making Day tomorrow. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe, ring the bell. And if you ring the bell, you'll know when I go live and you can hop on with me. Okay. So, all right. Thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Like I said, I may see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a kind of a busy day, but I'm going to try to hop on and at least get a few of those cards done back there. Okay. And do you like it, Jean? The Christmas is already, yay. Okay. Yes. All right. And Rosalind, you love the timeline for the pop. Thank you, guys. Yes. And yes, HSN. Exactly. Thank you, Diane, for Anna Griffin products. HSN. I know she sells it on there too. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to sign off. You guys have a lot to think about now, but whatever you do, make sure you take some time to craft some joy and get those fun things right next to you and enjoy them in the whole process. Okay, we'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.